Shemai GTA chums, I was struggling with getting discount of the week this week because the only one for me is a Dewbauchee champion on 1.5 million or 2 million if you don't have the trade discount, 2.2 million. So for me, that is a bargain if you have the discount. So what I've done is I've bought a second one. I've got two of these buggers. I like it that much. It's ridiculous, but I feel like I'm getting a bargain. Yeah, it's wrong. So I've already done part of this customization because basically I was in a group, an open session full of people, and a modder obviously kicked me out because I play on PC. So that's what happened there. So I've already done the bumpers. So here's the splitters. We're going to go through this again. Hopefully I don't run out of video. I did remember to empty my cache. So there it is, performance splitter. That's what we've got. Rear bumpers. I know this is going to go wrong now. Stock rear bumper. And this chubby rear bumper, this is not good at all, the large diffuser. I don't like it. It's levitating for a start. The stock is not really that much different, but I want to try and do something different just to see what it looks like. So maybe this one, performance diffuser. I don't really like it, to be quite honest, but it's the it's something different than what I have on the other one. Racing canards, do I want those? No, probably not. Performance canards. Ah, go on. Two of them. Oh, so good. I had two. Engine. So we got the EMS upgrade. We want that. We've not done anything on this really, other than what we started off. We're just going down. Exhaust. So the exhaust comes out the side with this beast. It's based on the Aston Martin Victor, an excellent car. One of the downsides is the performance, though. So I'm going to go with a titanium exhaust on this because it just gets a bit purple. I like that. Carbon hood, what's the difference? We've got black or carbon. Horn, Imanitech, right, okay, here we are. Imanitech's on discounts, that's another reason why you might want to buy this. For 280 grand, you get the missile lock-on jammer. That's the one you want. You can get the remote control unit for knobbing around, but I wouldn't bother. I would get this one for survivability, and for that reason alone. That is the best thing you can possibly do with any of these cars if you only own one. Lights, neon kits, headlights, no, we ain't going to do any of that nonsense. But liveries, let's have a look at them, because we put a livery on the last one. See what we actually have. We can have some flames. What is that all about? Do I want to do something crazy? Purple flames. I don't know. I don't know if I do. We have this black stripe on the roof. So, would that really look good at all? It looks terrible, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know. I was going to go for a clean build, but part of me wants to crash and burn. So, what shall we do? Well, we're going to go with the purple. Let's do it. This is utterly wrong. I wouldn't recommend you do this at all. Yellow and black, it's got to be. I know it's the same as the other one. We're joining the V gang, of course we are. Primary weapons. You can get these or don't get them. It's entirely up to you. These aren't on special. Ridiculous. We're still going to get them anyway. Proximity mine, not on special either. Slick mines, I think they are an essential. I mean, maybe not for this car, but they help you to get away from anyone who is in pursuit. Now we're going to have to change the colour. We were going to do something different and make it green, won't we? But we're going to do it matte. I think it's going to be black from the looks of it, because I don't think anything else is going to go with that purple. I know it's boring, matte black, everyone does it, but we are going to do it. Be the same as everyone. Secondary colour, classic. I don't know what the hell. Matte. So this is changing the HUD really, just to make it the same. I don't know if do I want to do that yet. I don't know. Trim colour. We're going to go for something interesting here. We've got to, just because it's so freaking boring outside. Let's have a look. Boring. It's not boring. It's purple. Oh, gasoline green. I like gasoline green. You know, I'm going to go with that because that's what I like. Trim colour, crew emblem, no. Skirts. Do we want the carbon skirts? They just colour it. I think carbon skirts look pretty good, so let's do it. Spoiler. Well, I've not got a spoiler on my current one because it looks better with it. Let's face it, it looks better without a spoiler. This is the way to make it look best. But you might want to put a spoiler on because it adds some traction. So for this build and for this build only, we're going to add a spoiler, I think. And the sports wing might be the best one. It's quite classic looking. It's not too intrusive, so for that reason we're going to wang it on. Sun strips, yeah, we're probably not going to do that. Suspension, we are going to put sports suspensions. This lowers it. Not quite slammy, but very good in it all the same. It looks good. Transmission, obviously. Turbo, yes. Wheels, are we there already with the wheels? I was going to talk about secondary colour, wasn't I? I was messing around with that. But let's look at the wheels and wheel type. So, what suited this before? I can't remember what I went for. Suddenly got a mind meld. What did I go with on these? Oh, I definitely didn't do that. Pepper pot. I definitely didn't do pepper pot. Does that suit anything? It's got flames. It's got have a flamey look to it, maybe. Or maybe I went with that one. Yeah, I think that one suits it. The super turbine. I'm pretty sure I didn't go mega mesh. I've still not got that. I'm nearly there. I'm not far off mega mesh. That's the other mesh. Oh, look at that one. Wild wagon. I don't know about that. I don't know about it, but if we find the right color, I reckon we can make that work. Okay, so wheel color, yeah, 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 yeah. Purple or white, maybe. I reckon white would be classic, but what does green look like? That's gonna be disgusting. I really wanted to go with that green as well, but I've ruined it. Lime green, lime green. Look at that. That's pretty special. You can't do that. You cannot do that. That is the wrong way. Oh, that is also boring. Oh, frost white. Oh, we're going to go classic. We've gone on this path, so let's do it. Tire enhancement, bulletproof tires. We need to get those. Tire design. We're going to go for something nice. Everyone is Chappelle, isn't it? Atomic is nice, but it costs more. A red doesn't fit it. I think yellow fits it. Chappelle. Tire enhancements, tire smoke. We want to go for a purple, maybe, yeah. And that's it, yeah. Windows. We're going to go for limo, I think. Actually, it's black already. Do we want to go limo and be all intrusive? I'm not going to go anything on here because it should be limo. It should be. But for the reason that I like that gasoline green on the inside. So for that reason, we're going to stick with that. And you can see the suspension in the back. That's pretty groovy, isn't it? So I think that's us complete. We have our build. Very nice. Let's oh, actually, secondary. We were going to mess around, weren't we? Secondary color, classic, matte black. So it's all the same. It looks right. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing for you to do. It's the right thing for your family. Yeah, this is what it's all about. So we're out in the daylight with this mighty fine car. Looks pretty good. I mean, come on, black and black. It's nice. It is a nice looking car. And yeah, it is fast. It's not a slow car. Is it worth it? I think this build is pretty good. I think I've done a good job on it. Is it worth it though? 1.5 million. I'd say 1.5 million it's worth it because that's the same price as a discount. Actually no. Correction. Even the discounted, if you take into account discounts, right? If you've got the discount on the SLX do I want? The Bravado Buffalo STX, that's the one. Then it's a similar kind of price. I would say it's better performance-wise. It's got 4 doors, and it's a lot easier. I think it's a lot easier to drive as well. But who wants easy when you've got a great-looking car like this? This, with regards to customization, looks a hell of a lot better. Though I like the look of this car, and I'm not ashamed of that because I think a 4-door, I think it's always going to be struggling to compete with a 2-door. I mean, a proper 2-door like this. Cabriolet, you could call it a cabriolet, but it's really a sports car, isn't it? I mean, it's not sport, it actually comes in the supers class, and that's where the performance comes in. If this was in the sports class, easy, every day of the week, buy this, every day of the week, awesome, what a car. It's got the performance as well then, that isn't too bad, it's not mediocre as it is in the old, get out of my way, in the old super class. It is mediocre, but it does power slides. Having said that, it doesn't have the grip on the corners, right? If you're proper ball selector racing, then you're going to struggle against just about anyone. You can win races. I've seen people winning races, especially if they've got catch-up turned on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So it's not out of order winning races, because I think it's probably actually I'm going to compare it to a T20, but I think T20 has better handling with regards to grip. It's got a bit more grip, but it's got the pace over the T20, I think, if that makes sense. The Penetrator, similar kind of performance on the test track. So I got 56 seconds decimal 20 on the test track, and yeah, for that reason, it makes it a hard one to justify if you're talking about race performance. But we're not talking about that. We are not talking about that. On the test track as well, let's bear in mind the Buffalo STX, that got 54 seconds and 73 seconds. That's on a short test track, right? So yeah, 2 seconds is a lot of time to be playing catch up on. So yeah, it's a difficult one to recommend directly against that the Buffalo. Oh, get out of the way, that was a bad corner. But I think it looks better. I prefer the way this drives because I've just learned to like it. Don't get me wrong, I get it wrong when I'm driving in the session, right? And I was hoping this was going to be a session full of people, maybe with a knobhead bike trying to lock onto me, because I've got the missile jammer on. But I like it. I like the way it slides around the corners. I like the bulletproof windows as well that you get with it. I like the mines. So if I drop a mine here, you know, gun-wise, what were the guns like? Well, first off, let's have a look at the. Oh no, actually, let's get the guns out, right? So yes, I'm saying buy this car of the week mainly because we don't have brilliant cars. Come on, stop it. It struggles to smash it out. If I'm all dead honest, come on, get out of my way, car. Let's do a park car. It's a lot easier than chasing people down. You're not going to kill anyone with these guns, really, car-wise, especially a player car that's got extra armor on. So you're going to struggle. But I don't think the guns are there. The guns are there for kind of missions where you've got to shoot people in a mission, for example. But look at the police, they're shooting at me. These are bulletproof windows, so it'll take about 16 bullets until this window shatters, by which point the police are dead. If you have special bullets, special rounds, full metal jacket rounds, you can get people can headshot you basically, so they can kill you when you're in this car. But as you can tell, NPCs, it's got plenty protection. Why is my window missing? That must have been from bad driving. As well as that, when the police are chasing you, come on police, chase me. I mean, they're not really doing a good job at chasing me here. Oh, look at this guy. So NPCs, there we go, he's gone. Not bad. Yeah, definitely dead. Okay, so if we drop these mines, what these sticky mines do, they'll drop an oil slick on a corner. Let's watch the police not go... Oh, come on police, just drive through the oil slick. What is wrong with them? Right, police, they're all queued up there. Oh, come on. I did this already, but I forgot to put it in the other video. There we go. Watch him slide. He's sliding into the wall there. So, get out of my way, man. So that's what happens with the oil slick. So if you've got NPCs chasing you, you know, like Billio, you just drop a load of these mines, they'll run into them, they'll slip. Even in a straight line, I think they'll struggle because they get a lot of wheel spin. But this car is fast. You don't necessarily need the mines if you're a nice driver, yeah? So for that reason, you might not want to buy them, but I would. I'd buy them because you get people in session chasing you in cars that are pretty quick. So if you just want to get away from a player who's griefing you, then drop your slickies, and it's going to make it more difficult for them to keep up with you. So that's another thing going for the cars. So maybe not the guns, but the sticky mines, definitely buy those in the upgrades. So Imani Tech, 280 grand on that, right, for the missile jammer, and then you've got 135 on the sticky mines, yeah. So you're looking at, what's that, 400 grand on top. So if you get the 1.5 grand discount, right, then you're talking 2 million for a fully upgraded one this week, which is super cheap. That's the similar price you're going to pay to the Buffalo STX, but that's not on discount. If that was on discount, that would definitely be car of the week all day long, right? But because it's not on discount, this is car of the week. But for me, I'd still put it as car of the week because I prefer it to the STX just because of the way it looks. It's kinky with the driving. You know, it's tricky. It takes more skill to learn how to drive it, and I think it looks great. And not many people have it as well at the moment. As it's on discount, I suspect this will start appearing more in session until people get perhaps sick of driving it because it's, you know, you've got to master it. And I've had some pretty bad drives in it today, to be quite honest. I had quite a headache because I've been trying to get my videos together, trying to find out what I'm going to review because there's not a lot that I'm really passionate about this week. So I've tried to review what might be useful for you guys. Excuse me, ladies. And hopefully it will be helpful. Discounts aren't as good as this week unless you haven't bought the not the arcade, the agency, and if you've not put the Imani tech on your vehicles. Okay, so yeah, drop a like and subscribe if you found that useful. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been helpful. I'll put a link to my other video on race performance if you want to see the actual details, which might be helpful for you. This is more about what you can do to it, customization, and just general driving and how it's going to help you. Oh, and imagine a Mark II oppressor following me throughout this review, not being able to lock onto me, not being able to blow me up. Oh, missile-wise, it can take a good few Mark II missiles as well. That's me getting stuck in my own oil slick jam. So I need to get a good few direct hits on you, right? So, which is another thing. So you're not gonna get destroyed by a Mark II. That's what I'm saying. Especially if you're weaving all over the road. If you're parked, you will get destroyed by a Mark II, obviously. But the missile jammer is the dream. Get it, buy it now. Buy one of these, or upgrade them to Imani Tech today. Now we have those discounts. But thank you very much for watching, guys.